We are live! Hey guys! What's up? Como é que tá, gente? Tudo jóia? Tudo bom? Quero aproveitar para já dar oi para vários yappers que já estão aí. So, I'll say hello first for the yappers who are here. So, hey everyone! How are you guys? I'm glad to see you all here. Safe, Gary, Kevin. Otavio's here too. So what's up, guys? How are you doing? How it's been your week so far? And where are you guys speaking from? Tell us. We would love to know where are you guys right now, because we have some yappers that we know of which are here in Brazil. So tell us, where are you right now? By the way, for those who are here for the first time, I'm Ludmila. I'm one of the teachers at Yes Portuguese, which is an online school for Portuguese. So everyone who wants to learn this amazing language, we are there for you guys. And I'm speaking from Brazil, from specifically Juiz de Fora, which is a city in the state of Minas Gerais. So just for you have an idea, this city is close to Rio. So I bet you can now understand a little bit more where I am. Let me see your answers, guys. So Jacob is saying, I didn't get a chance to wish you happy birthday last week, Ludmila. Parabéns. Thank you. This is so kind. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, guys, thank you all for the amazing messages you sent me. It was very lovely to enjoy my birthday together with my family and also receive so many special messages from you. Thank you very much. It was awesome. So Charles answered and he said, I'm in Dallas, Texas. Cool. Jacobs is speaking from Toronto or Toronto. Amilcar is from Nicaragua. Cool, guys. So 3 different countries so far. US, Canada, and Nicaragua. So Suzy saying, olá gente, estou em Peru agora. So this is nice. Are you from Peru? Maybe not, but you were speaking from there, right? So another country, Peru. So Key Red said he's from Georgia, US. Hey. So Pink Pearl, hi girl, how are you? So she's saying, meu nome é Ashley. Yeah, I always forgot. Sorry. From Louisiana. Okay, Ashley, from Louisiana. Hey, Peter! Oi, Ludi! He's saying, tudo bom? This guy is from far, guys. And he answers me down here. Meu nome é Peter e sou da Islândia. Yeah, guys, so cool this. This is very nice. Ashley is saying that she hates Louisiana. Is that so? Oh gosh. Why? How come? So Chris is saying, oi gente, tudo jóia? Gary, tudo bom, Gary? Gary is saying, eu estou na Inglaterra. Very nice. What else? Let me see. Ashley saying, Ludi, did you like my card? I'm not sure if I got it. You mean the card you had sent last year? If that's the one, it was lovely, completely lovely. We loved receiving these, guys. By the way, it's so nice to make this connection with you. I really appreciate these relationships we are building through this process of learning Portuguese. It's really, really amazing. So thank you, Ashley. You are very, very kind and thoughtful. Thank you. So, Saif, are you asking me to write the name of my city? Because Saif just said, pode escrever sua cidade, por favor? I can, guys. It's a weird name. Try to guess the meaning, the literal meaning, okay? So it's Juiz de Fora. So people say it very quickly, so Juiz de Fora, Juiz de Fora. It's a weird name, as I told you, so try to guess the meaning of this word, because we can translate it literally. So let me see what else. Chris is saying, happy belated birthday, Ludi. Thank you. This is so kind. Thank you very much, Chris. Kevin from US. Yeah. Safe Londres. Suzy saying that she's from Ireland. Então, ela é da Irlanda, but she's living in Peru right now. Mas tá morando no Peru. Muito legal. This is so nice, guys. What else? So Charles is also saying, happy belated birthday, professora. Muito obrigada, Charles. This is so kind. Thank you very much. Let me see. So Kershi Boy is saying, eu estou em Manchester. Oh, an interesting fact. My city, Juiz de Fora, used to be called the Mineira Manchester. Or, as we say in Portuguese, Manchester Mineira. Because Manchester used to be a very productive city, it probably still is, but Juiz de Fora, my city, was compared to Manchester because it was not a capital, but it was very productive too for Brazilian economy in the beginning of the 20th century. So it used to have this nickname. Yeah, guys, believe me. So Mineira, you know, right? It's an adjective that shows that I'm from Minas, or that someone or something belongs to Minas Gerais, my state. So, for example, I can say, I'm Mineira, eu sou mineira. So, Juiz de Fora was called Manchester Mineira. So, the Mineira Manchester, the Manchester from Minas Gerais. You can laugh, guys. Let me see. Oh, Ashley say no. I sent a birthday card. I didn't got this yet. Oh my God, I'm so looking forward to receive it. Don't worry, because the post has been a bit late here in Brazil. I don't know exactly why, but things are not working so well. But we'll got it. Okay, we'll get it. Okay, but maybe it will arrive with a little bit extra time. But thank you. I'm curious about it right now. So Jacob translated the name of my city, and also Gary, outside judge, and also judge of the outside. Susie either. So judge from the outside, or outside judge, something like this, guys. That's the meaning. And the history tells us that actually this name exists because there was this judge which used to come here to this place before it was a real city, and to act as a judge, but he was not from this region. So it seems this is the history behind the name. Some say it's just a story, but I I really think that this is the truth. I can check it. It seems it's the truth, guys. But it's a very weird name. Here in Brazil, it is a weird name. So when we say, eu sou de Juiz de Fora, I'm from Juiz de Fora, people always get like, what a weird name, you know, because cities, maybe they have the name of the river or a saint name or something to talk about an important person in history, and we have this city with this name. And it's not a small city, guys. Juiz de Fora has more than 500,000 population, so it's a medium-sized city, I would say, at least in terms of Brazil. I know that some countries have capitals with this size, but for Brazil it's like medium size, so it's not so small, and still we have a weird name. So Charles is asking, you are not a United supporter, are you? I'm not. I just support my football team, my soccer team, which is Galo, Atlético Mineiro, hein, guys? If you have to support a team in Brazil, you gotta go for Galo. It's the best one. Don't listen to Otávio trying to make you support Botafogo. No, 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 no. Galo, okay? What about you? Do you have a soccer team here in Brazil? Do you support any team? Don't tell me you support Flamengo, please. Please, guys. So let me see what you are saying here. Yeah, Ashley is saying Mineira, Minas Gerais. And my cousin Baianos, yes, if someone is from Bahia, then we'll call them Baiano. And Kershi Boy is saying, I've been to a couple of places of Minas. How cool! Where have you been here? I would love to know. Minas is a very, very big state. Just for you to have an idea, Minas Gerais, my state, is bigger than France, or the same size of France. It's something like this. So just so you can understand, it's a big state. And we have very different ways of talking in here, very different landscapes, so it's big. Let me see what else. Oh, so you started answer me. So Daniel or Daniel is saying, Botafogo is the best. Daniel, you shouldn't do that to yourself. Botafogo. It's a good team, but you will suffer a lot. Yeah, because Botafogo is never winning, guys. So it's a lot of suffering. So Crush Boy supports Palmeiras. Yeah, Palmeiras is a good team. I have to admit it. Yeah. So actually saying São Paulo Futebol Clube and Internacional. São Paulo is not in a good phase, but it was a very, very good team some time ago, like 10 years ago. They used to win everything, but now they are not so good. But Internacional, it's a very good one. So Charles is saying, I support Chelsea, FC Dallas, United States national team e a seleção. The best. Oh, and Charles is asking me if I like Texas. I don't know Texas, but I think it's pretty exciting and I want to visit one day, hopefully. And Kershi Boy is saying, Minas Gerais food is the best. I have to agree. It's the best, guys. Well, guys, just before we start, one last message. Safe is saying, eu quero ir ver futebol, quando eu estiver lá, aqui no Brasil, in this case. So Safe is coming to Brazil, so he probably wants to watch football, live football here. You should, Safe. Go ahead. Guys, today our goal is to know a little bit more of expressions with the verb dar in Portuguese, right? So let me show you my screen. Let me see if it changed, because we explained this a little bit in our stories. We talked about this verb. This is a very, very common verb in Portuguese, and the literal translation for this verb is to give, okay? To give. But we use it for so many expressions. For example, I saw that Dri posted like the box of question, and you could just write the expression you could think with this verb, and lots of expressions appeared, and we have much more. And of course, during this class we don't have enough time to talk about all of them, and I don't think I would remember all of them because they are many, but we'll try to cover some today, and we can make a second class soon about specifically other expressions with the verb dar, because we have so many. But this is very important because now you can just pay attention to the verb and understand that it will appear in many different expressions, and probably they won't have this meaning of give, because sometimes the meaning of give is there, at least a part of it, but sometimes we don't even notice this meaning, and now you can already feel that. And when you listen to an expression with the verb dar, you can maybe understand a bit better the idea behind it. Okay, so everyone got this material? You should, guys. If you didn't, probably it's because you are not yet in our Telegram group. Now we have a Telegram group, right? And in this group, guys, we provide you lots of content. So it's very important, if you really want to watch the classes with us and receive the materials, it's important to be there. So we send the study material, we send dialogues for you, practice your listening, your understanding, because we send audio, the transcription, and the translation. So if you want to get all of this content for free, you just have to join us in our Telegram group. If you follow us on Instagram, you can find the link there, but if you don't, I think I can try the link over here for you guys. We've been using, I was just checking the link, but it's this, yesportuguese.com/zap. You know that Zap is our way in Brazil to call the app WhatsApp. You know, the WhatsApp. In Brazil, of course, this name is big and it's very English, so people avoid to pronounce it. So it's very common to see people saying just Zap. Oh, send me a message on Zap. So people will say like this: me manda uma mensagem no Zap. So they mean the WhatsApp. That's it. yesportuguese.com/zap. I can copy this for you guys over here, so you can have the link and just type it later, so you can just be joined. Okay, this group, guys, is how can I say it? We, Adriele, Otávio, and I, we organize this group, we send the messages, and it's not allowed for other participants to talk. I know that sometimes this is sad because you want to say something, but sometimes it gets very noisy, so that's why we are using like this. And of course, if you want to PM us, to send a direct message to us, you can always do it through Instagram, through YouTube, through Facebook, or WhatsApp. Okay? So that's it. So don't hesitate join us in our group, then you will get this, guys. Let me see. I think I would ask you something. I just forgot completely. That's what happens at 10 p.m. right? But let me see if you have any more comments, and then we can start our content. So Chris is saying, I had pão de queijo for the first time on Sunday. Did you like it? This is very important for a mineiro like me, like Otávio, like Adriele. It's very important. Pão de queijo is very important. This is our sacred food. So be careful what you say. I'm kidding. By the way, about this group, for our private students, for people who joined us in our private course in the Yes Portuguese School of Portuguese, we have a WhatsApp group where everybody can talk, but people are very, very how do I say this? People really understand when and what to say in the group. So it's not a noisy group, it's amazing, and we are building a very nice community there. So I really love to have this group, but it's only for yappers, the students from our course. Let me see. Yeah, Jacob is explaining why we dropped the WhatsApp group we used to have for everyone, because we have a limited number of participants, and we couldn't manage the group because it was too big. That's why we went to Telegram. But I think I didn't use Telegram before, and I think it's very productive for this. You can concentrate on get the content you need and don't get confused by the noises. So I really think we enjoy it. If you're not there yet, go there. Okay, guys. Charles is saying Brazilian cheese bread goes hard. Oh, guys, and Ashley is saying I love pão de queijo, feijoada, brigadeiro. So much food is good. Weirdly, my mom and sister don't like Brazilian food. I think they didn't eat it right. I'm kidding. But guys, the food from Minas Gerais, it's really amazing. And if I could, I think I would open like a cafe, you know, like Starbucks, but I would do it Brazilian fashion. So Brazilian way, I would offer coffees, cappuccinos, and I would serve, of course, pão de queijo. I believe it would work. What do you think, guys? Well, let's start. Guys, let's use some hashtags for our class today. Well, of course, we can use Yes Portuguese. We can also use Portuholics, one of my favorite hashtags. And for those who are yappers, you can always use Yapper Squad, right? So you can screenshot your cell phone or your computer if you are watching this class on your computer, and you can use this hashtag so we can find you. We would love to see that you enjoyed the class, that you are really into this, and that you shared this with more people so more people can know about it. And guys, if you like this class, of course you can do it by the end of the class or right now if you prefer. Give us the likes because we need it, we really need it to be more visible for more people. So if you enjoy this content we offer for free, please give us the like. Well, let's start, guys. No more talking. Let's see what we've prepared. So, to start thinking about these expressions, guys, it's important to understand the meaning behind these expressions. So, the first expression we will learn right now gives the meaning of possibility. possibility. So, can you see how the literal meaning of the verb dar, which is give, has nothing to do with that? Okay, so at least apparently. So that's why it's important to understand the whole thing together. I put here the structure for you because then you can repeat it by yourself whenever you want, in no matter which sentence, but it's important to understand the whole concept. So check this. What we have is the verb dar, right? Which in this case will always be in the third person singular, okay? So we won't conjugate it in this expression with first person like eu or nós, or the third person like ele, ela, eles, elas, okay? After the verb dar, we have the preposition pra, which is a short form for the preposition para. So let me put in here so you can see, guys. We have the preposition para, right? It becomes pra in a more informal way. So in natural talkings between Brazilians, people will say pra, probably, most commonly. Of course, you can always say para, and many people say para, but pra is just more common, okay, in more informal. If you would have to make a formal speech or write something formally, you should prefer para, okay? But in this expression it's more common because it's very informal to see pra. And finally, you will put the verb that you want in the infinitive form, okay? So the idea in this structure is to ask if it's possible to do something, okay? So this is the idea. Is it possible to do something? So this something we want to mention will be here in the position of this verb in the infinitive form, okay? Let's check some examples. So check this sentence over here, guys. Dá para dormir na viagem? Dá para dormir na viagem? So this sentence means, is it possible to sleep on the trip? So is it possible to sleep on the trip? So notice that we have the verb dar. Here it's conjugated. I will ask you and then you tell me here on the chat. All of these sentences, the verb dar is in some verb tense. Which verb tense is it? Dá. Tell me on the chat. So, dá para dormir na viagem? So here the verb dá in the third person singular, but conjugated in a verb tense. Preposition pra, and the main verb in the infinitive form, dormir. Dá para dormir? Is it possible to sleep? Can we sleep? Second sentence. Dá para ficar quieto? This is very common. So imagine you have a little brother who is always running, screaming and being noisy, and you just say, dá para ficar quieto? Meaning, is it possible to be quiet, or can you be quiet? So it's like calling him attention, you know, like, can you be quiet? That's the meaning. You want to know if it's possible for that person to be quiet. And of course, we are being, in this case, a little bit ironic, right? You were asking him actually to be quiet. And the last one in this group, in the negative form. Não dá para ficar tranquilo. Não dá para ficar tranquilo. So here we are saying it's not possible to stay calm. So imagine a very, very tough situation where you are really worried. Someone asks you to be calm and then you say, não dá para ficar tranquilo. I can't be calm. It's not possible to be calm. That's the meaning. Okay? Let me see if you got the verb tense in here. Susie got it. That's right. Here, the verb dar is conjugated in the present tense, okay? So, this is important. Marcos is asking if it's in the infinitive form. It's very close, right? Because the infinitive just have this R in the end. But this is the infinitive, this one here, DAR, and these in here with the accent are the present tense. A good tip for you to recognize the infinitive in Portuguese is that the verbs will always have R in the end of the word, okay? So, any verb you think will end with R, like dar, amar, comer, dormir, sair, okay? So, give, love, eat, sleep, go out, okay? All of these verbs are in the infinitive form, and as you can see, they all end with R, okay? This is a mark of the infinitive in Portuguese. So this is nice, so you can just look and understand, this is infinitive, okay? And these ones, on the other hand, are not, okay? Let me see if you have any questions. So, Jacob is asking, I have a question about using dar pra. No pronoun is used to, so how do you indicate if the possibilities for me, you, us, them? This is a good question. First important thing to know, guys, that will help you out is that in Portuguese, we don't need to put a subject every time, okay? So if you are beginning your studies, maybe you don't know it yet. Differently from the English, that we always need to put something in the position of the subject, even when we don't really have a subject, like when we say, it is raining. We don't need, in terms of sense, the pronoun it, right? The fact is that rains, right? But we put it because the language demands this presence. In French, this happens too. We have to put a pronoun in the position of the subject. But in Portuguese, we don't need to do that. That's why sometimes some sentences won't have the subject, okay? So this is the first important thing to know. The second thing is that the best translation to this structure, guys, is this one. Is it possible to? So in this sentence in English, when we say, is it possible to sleep? Is it possible to be quiet? It isn't possible to be calm. The subject is not specified either, okay? So it's the context that tells us if we are talking about myself, about yourself, right? So if I say, imagine that situation I mentioned. The little guy screaming, your little brother screaming, making noise, and you just say, is it possible to be quiet? In this sentence in English, we are not specifying we are referring to him, but the context tells us we are referring to him. That's the same in Portuguese, because this expression is very equivalent to this one. Dá pra ficar quieto? He will understand it's him because of the context, but we don't really put anything to tell specifically we are talking about him, okay? So it's really the context. I think this would be a very good equivalence. This expression, is it possible to, and then a verb. This would be equivalent to dá, pra, and then a verb. So, is it possible to sleep? Dá pra dormir? Is it possible to be quiet? Dá pra ficar quieto? Is it possible to be calm? Dá pra ficar calmo? That's it, guys. Let me see if you got it. So, great, Jacob. You got it. Awesome. Dá para entender agora? Excellent. You just use the expression. Dá para entender agora. That's it. You use it perfectly. We use it like this. Dá para entender. Agora dá para entender. Perfect. Dá para dormir before I have to work? Dá para dormir antes de trabalhar? Let me write in here. Antes de trabalhar. Perfect, Charles. That's it. Dá para dormir antes de trabalhar? So we use this a lot, guys. When we want to know possibility, it's very rare to listen people saying like this. É possível, blah, blah, blah. It's very rare to see this, but it's possible, it's perfect, it's correct. When we are saying things in a more formal way or writing a text, then possibly we can use or will use this expression. É possível. This is a little bit more formal, but generally people use this a lot. Okay? So an interesting thing I would like to show is that you can use this expression in no matter the verb tense you want. So you can put it in every verb tense you want. If you want to talk about possibility in the past, you can put just the verb DAR in the past. If you want to talk about a possibility in the future, you just put the verb DAR in the future. So let me show you these two examples. Check this. Deu para descansar? So here, compare with this structure, guys. We have the same structure. The verb DAR, it's still in the third person singular, okay? But of course, we don't have a subject, but it's in the third person singular. We can notice because of the conjugation, the form of the verb. Followed by the preposition pra, and then the verb in the infinitive form, okay? But in here, notice that the verb is different from in here. Here we said that it's in the present tense. But in here, what's the verb tense in this case? Tell us in the chat, guys. I would love to see if you got the verb tense in here. Deu. And also in here we have the same verb tense. Não deu para almoçar hoje. Não deu para almoçar hoje. So, same structure. Verb dar, third person singular, preposition pra, and verb in the infinitive form. So, in this case, I'm checking if you answered. I think not yet. But in this case, we are talking about past. So all you have to do is put the verb dar in the past tense, in the pretérito perfeito, okay? Which is the name of the verb tense we want in here. So, deu para descansar means, was it possible to rest? So, check, the same. So, but in this case, instead of is, we are putting the sentence in the past, was. So, was it possible to rest or could you rest? Okay? And in here, não deu para almoçar hoje. So, it was not possible to have lunch today, or I couldn't have lunch today. So, Marcus, you got it right. Thank you. Safe too. Also, Adisha, Susie, very good, guys. Daniel, Charles, you guys rock. That's it. It's in the past, ok? Pretérito perfeito. Deu para descansar? Could you rest? Was it possible to rest? Não deu para almoçar hoje. It wasn't possible to have lunch today, ok? And these other ones. So, actually notice that this is in the infinitive form, but it's actually following this other verb, vai dar, and also in here, vai dar. So actually, in this case, we have this thing we call in Portuguese locução, a locution. So two verbs working together. And which verb tense is in here, in these last cases, guys? Let me see if you have comments. So again, we have the same structure. So verb dar, pra, verb in the infinitive form. Verb dar, pra, verb in the infinitive form. These guys, I think we have already done a class on this specific verb tense here on YouTube. So you can check if you missed, because we explained how to say this. That's right, guys, you got it. Susie, Charles, safe. Very, very good, guys. This is the future. Compound future, as we can say, because we have the simple future, which is made with only one verb, and this one, which is made with the verb, the auxiliary verb, ir, plus the verb I want to put in the future in the infinitive form. So, vai dar, it's just the future. So what we are saying here is, will it be possible to go out tonight? Or that's it, yeah, the translation will be that. Or in this case, it won't be possible to talk right now. Okay, so we are talking about future, close future, right? Hoje à noite, tonight, e agora. So now, it's a very close future. So we are using future to say the same. So what we have here, guys, is that we have this structure, which you will see as you use it, you will see that it's very, very simple, because it's just the verb dar in the third person, so it won't change too much. It will change like this. If you want to put in the past, you use deu. If you want to put in the future, vai dar. Present, dá. Then pra, that won't change, and the verb you want in the infinitive form. So it's a very simple sentence, and we use it a lot. I want you to pay attention from now on when people use it. Pay attention, because it's very common. You will notice if you watch Brazilian movies, if you watch anything in Portuguese, you will see that people use it a lot. Okay? Let me see your comments. Ashley is saying, I'm confused, I'm not mad or anything, I'm trying to understand, but everything is all over the place in my head. Don't worry, Ashley. When we first check a new expression, sometimes things are a little bit like this. I get it, but as you will see, you will understand how it works. It's okay, it's like this. So sometimes the first time we look at it, we won't get it, but with time you will catch it. But the important thing first that I want you guys to understand is the meaning, okay? So if someone says, dá pra fazer isso, dá pra fazer aquilo, so dá pra and then a verb, I'm talking about possibility. Is it possible to do something? Okay? Got it? Let us see the second expression, guys. This expression, I think it appeared I'm just checking your messages, guys. Sometimes it takes time until it arrives to me. But this second one means to work or not. Okay? I think someone wrote it on the box that Tri put on the Instagram. So this one is much simpler. Okay, guys? So we have dar certo or dar errado. We can use both, but they have opposite meanings. So dar certo means that something worked. Okay? So you planned, you did it, and it worked. Dar errado is the opposite. So when things fail, you will say dar errado. And we can put these sentences in the present, in the future, in the past. Like the other one, you can put in no matter the verb tense you want. So check this first sentence. Fica tranquilo, vai dar tudo certo. Fica tranquilo, vai dar tudo certo. So, be calm. Everything's gonna work. Okay? This sentence is a little bit inverted because we could put tudo in here before vai. So, tudo vai dar certo. Let me write in here, guys. Tudo vai dar certo. We could say like this, but in the sentence he inverted and then he said, vai dar tudo certo. It's also possible in this case, okay? Make this inversion. So, the second one is, não sei o que aconteceu, as coisas deram errado. I don't know what happened. Things went wrong or things failed. Something like this. Like the opposite of work, workout. Okay? So, dar certo, dar errado. Notice that here we put the sentence in the future. Vai dar tudo certo. And in here we put it in the past. As coisas deram errado. Ok? And finally, não dá certo mexer no celular dos outros. This is an important message, guys. Não dá certo mexer no celular dos outros. So, it doesn't work to use others' cell phones, okay? It doesn't work to use others' cell phones. This is, you can mean that it will be difficult to use someone else's cell phone because, you know, you are used to your phone, and when you have the other person's phone is always complicated. But you can always also means that it's not right to use someone else's phone, you know, like you should ask before. So we can mean both. Here we don't have a bigger context, but it could work for these two situations, okay? So, não dá certo. So in here we are talking about present. So, future, past, and present, okay? We can use for no matter the verb tense I want. I just have to put the verb dar in the verb tense I need, okay? In this case, the verb dar won't be only in the third person singular, like in the first expression. Here, it will change according to the subject. In here, we saw that the subject was tudo, although it's inverted. So it's just tudo, everything, third person singular. In here, the subject is as coisas, the things. So, third person plural. And in here is the case that we don't put a subject. When we don't put a subject, because we are talking about something general, then we will consider like third person singular, okay? If we talk generally about something, which is the idea behind this expression, we just put the verb in the third person singular. Não dá certo, okay? We can imagine that this sentence is the same as saying, isso não dá certo. Let me put in here. Isso não dá certo. It's like we said this, but we didn't put actually isso, okay? So, isso, this would be third person singular. We can also think like this to understand why the verb is in the third person singular, okay? Let me see if you have any comments, questions. I believe this one is simpler than the first one. What do you think, guys? Everything will work out, tudo vai dar certo, that's it. So, Gerald is asking pra versus para, if there's any difference. Dá uma diferença. in the beginning of the class, Geraldo, I was talking about these two. Pra is just a small version of para and a more informal version of para. Para is the preposition, the correct preposition according to grammar, the one we should use when we write in more formal contexts and when we speak in this formal context. But normally Brazilians use pra instead of para when talking and in informal situations in general, okay? But they mean the same, right? So let us see this third one, guys. Break up. This is a very funny one, guys. Are you ready? We can also use this verb dar with a very funny expression to mean break up with someone. You know, when you have a relationship and you end this relationship, when you break up with someone else, with someone, we have an expression like this with the verb dar. You will use the verb dar, which can be in any person, like the second expression, first, second, third, and in any verb tense, okay? Then you will put this expression, pé na bunda. Pé na bunda. If you know more about Portuguese, you already figure out the meaning of this sentence. Pé na bunda means, what does it mean? I want to see what you put in here, guys, literally. You know already that the meaning actually will be break up. But what's the literal meaning in this specific part over here? Pé na bunda. What does it mean? Cheryl, Jacob saying, is making the the draw of a butt. Yes, bunda is it. It means butt. Let me see what else. It's funny because YouTube is asking me to allow or not your comments because they think that butt is not a nice word. So actually that's correct. Pé na bunda means kicking the butt. That's it. Or as Susie said, a foot in the ass. That's it. A foot in the ass. That's it. That's it, guys. I think this is very funny because literally this is the meaning. A foot in the ass, or as in a kick. A kick is not exactly kick because kick would be chute. Chute. Let me put in here, guys. Chute. Okay? But it's this idea, right? So literally is a foot on the butt. Okay? So if we use the verb dar followed by this expression, we have the meaning of break up. Okay? But I have to say, it's not a nice ending. If someone says that this expression specifically, then it means that it was not like both discussed the relationship and decided that they should be separated. It was not like this. When we say pé na bunda, it's because someone just decided to abandon the other. It's more like that. So let's see the comments, the examples. Ela deu pé na bunda dele. Ela deu pé na bunda dele. So this means she broke up with him. Okay? And we know ela, she, all of these would be break up in the past, so broke up. And here we know that it's him, masculine. Ela deu pé na bunda dele, right? So we know she broke up with him, and we know that she decided to abandon, to end this relationship. It was her decision. You know, there's this sense behind it. And check the second one. Não vai dar um pé na bunda dela, hein? Não vai dar um pé na bunda dela, hein? So here, I'm not mentioning, but I'm talking about someone, so he or she, so você não vai dar um pé na bunda dela. So you won't, although you is not expressed in here, we can infer it's you. So you won't break up with her, huh? You won't break up with her. Or won't you break up with her? Okay? So someone like asking someone else to not do something, to not end a relationship with her in a bad way. So if someone decides to dar um pé na bunda em você, in you, it's not something nice, because it means this person decided to end the relationship with you, and just like this, like, I decided, I abandoned you, and that's it, okay? If you want to mean a normal breakup, like the relationship just ended, okay? The relationship just ended. In Portuguese, we can say ela terminou com ele, or vice versa. Ele terminou com ela terminou com ela, okay? She broke up with him. Or we can use in the plural. Eles terminaram. They broke up. Okay? So we can say like this. This just means that the relationship has ended, but doesn't have this implication like in this one, that someone ended the relationship in a bad way. Okay? Like it was, when we use this one, it's one person decision. Okay? It doesn't mean that both decided this, like in this case over here. In this case, both decided. In this case, she decided to end the relationship. But in this, only one decided. Okay? Let me see what you think, guys. Peter said a nice one. Ele deu um fora nela. That's it. Dar um fora has this meaning of like, imagine you try to say that you like this other person and to try something, but then the other person doesn't want anything with you. Then we can use ele deu um fora nela, like he didn't want anything with her, so he just decided to not have anything. So Charles is saying, can I get a copy of the notes? Of course. We send this material through Telegram, so you can have all of this on Telegram. We also send it through mail. And you can always, guys, print this material for you. Then you can just write some notes, or you can use in your computer and add comments. So go ahead. It's amazing to use this for study. Okay, so Ashley is saying, I will remember this because kicking the ass is funny. It's very funny, guys. Although it's sad. No one wants to be in this position of receive the kick in the ass, right? Well, let's try to do something, guys, right now. I'll try to show you some pieces of a movie in Portuguese, and I want to try to get one of these expressions. It can be dar um pé na bunda, okay? It can be dar certo, dar errado, or this other one, which is a little bit more difficult because it's a bit complex, right? But try, okay? Let's try. Let me see if I can do it. I'm a bit worried about the sound, but let's try, guys. It's in here. Do you know this movie? Qualquer gato vira lata. Qualquer gato vira lata. Do you know it? Have you watched it before? So, as you answer me, let me find the moments I want to show you guys. Let me see. So this is the first part I'll show you, but I think I will have to do like this. Well, let's wait for your answers, but let's go. So what we are going to do is that I'm putting a scene of this movie called Qualquer Gato Vira-Lata 2, and you try to catch one example of these expressions we just learned. Okay? So I'll let the conversations going on in Portuguese and also the transcriptions here, okay? The subtitles in Portuguese. So this can help, right? Actually, let's do it without the subtitles, right? Then I put the subtitles. I think it's better. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. So let's do this. Tell me if the sound is good. If it's not, you can tell me on the chat, okay? Let's go.
Tati, por que é que não vai lá atrás dela?
E quem disse que eu quero ver a Tati?
Você odeia piscina.
Quero pegar uma cor.
Guys, I'm not sure why the video it's not visible to you.
De roupa. Filho, vai lá, leva uma...
I'm not sure why the image is not appearing. Let me try again.
Quero pegar uma cor.
De roupa.
I'm not sure, but we can try with the sound anyway. Can you hear it? Is it okay, the sound? Let me see. Well, you tell me if you can listen to it in a good way, okay? Let's try, guys. We don't have the images. I don't know why, but let's try with the sounds.
Filho, vai lá, leva umas flores, pede desculpas pra ela.
A Tati é que tem que vir atrás de mim, mãe. Se eu arregar agora, eu vou ter que arregar a vida toda. Ela tá errada. Dá pra ficar do meu lado, dá?
Filho, a mamãe...
So, you were listening to it in a good way. Susie just said that she can listen. We just heard an expression with the verb DAR. I will get back here and you try to catch it, okay? Let us try again.
Filho, vai lá, leva umas flores, pede desculpas pra ela.
A Tati é que tem que vir atrás de mim, mãe. Se eu arregar agora, eu vou ter que arregar a vida toda. Ela tá errada. Dá pra ficar do meu lado, dá?
Filho.
Could you get? I'll try once more, but now with the subtitles. Maybe it will help you. Let us see. There's an expression here with the verb dar. Let's see.
Ai, se você quer tanto ver a Tati, por que é que não vai lá atrás dela?
E quem disse que eu quero ver a Tati?
Você odeia piscina.
Quero pegar uma cor.
De roupa. Filho, vai lá, leva umas flores, pede desculpas pra ela.
A Tati é que tem que vir atrás de mim, mãe. Se eu arregar agora, eu vou ter que arregar a vida toda. Ela tá errada. Dá pra ficar do meu lado, dá?
Filho, a mamãe vai ser...
Then, guys, could you see what he said?
Você odeia piscina.
I'll put this.
Quero pegar uma...
It's something that the guy says, so pay attention.
cor.
De roupa. Filho, vai lá, leva umas flores, pede desculpas pra ela.
A Tati é que tem que vir atrás de mim, mano. Se eu arregar agora, eu vou ter que arregar a vida toda. Ela tá errada. Dá pra ficar do meu lado, dá?
Here it is, guys. Well, notice that here we have this expression. Dá pra ficar do meu lado? Dá? So he's discussing with his mother about his wife, his girlfriend, and the mother is advising him to go until his girlfriend and try to be okay with her again and everything. So he is saying that actually he is the right one. He doesn't have to go after her. She is the one who has to come after him. And then he says, dá pra ficar do meu lado? Dá? So he's saying, can you be by my side? Or is it possible to be by my side? Okay? So here's a very simple use of the expression we learned. So Susie got it. Dá pra ficar. Yeah, it's difficult without the subtitles because my idea was to show you the scene, and I don't know why it's not showing you the images. Because with the images you can see the mouths, and then this helps to understand, right? But they talk fast. That's right, Jacob, you're right. They talk really fast. Dá pra ficar do meu lado. That's it, Gary. Very good. So let's try once more. I know it's not the best environment without the images, but let's try once more. I'll try to improve these guys later. Let's see this one.
Mato, Tatiana Alcântara. Garota, você acha que eu pensei em outra pessoa?
So just for you to understand, these now are two friends talking, okay? And I'll let the subtitles as we don't have the images, okay?
Acho que a gente precisa fazer isso dar certo. Não, já tá tudo esquematizado. Já mandei e-mail pra sua família, galera do escritório, academia, todo mundo.
Once again.
Já tá tudo esquematizado. A galera do hotel, até os garçons e os hóspedes vão ajudar.
So I didn't came back to the right point, sorry guys.
Batata frita do outro quarto. Não, tudo bem, já entendi, eu vou pagar. E se eu não for a sua madrinha de casamento, eu te mato, Tatiana Alcântara. Garota, você acha que eu pensei em outra pessoa? Ai, que amor. Acho que a gente precisa fazer isso dar certo. Não, já tá tudo esquematizado. Já mandei e-mail.
Got it? The expression dá certo? Just in here, guys. Let me put it again for you.
Dura. Não, falando sério, eu tô meio dura. Ah, não, claro, eu vou pagar pra deixar. Eu até roubei uma batata frita do outro quarto. Não, tudo bem, já entendi, eu vou pagar. E se eu não for a sua madrinha de casamento, eu te mato, Tatiana Alcântara. Garota, você acha que eu pensei em outra pessoa? Ai, que amor. Acho que a gente precisa fazer isso dar certo.
Here it is, guys. A gente precisa fazer isso dar certo. So the expression dar certo we saw. In here the meaning is we, a gente, remember, we can use as the first person plural. We need to make this work, ok? So we need to make this work. A gente precisa fazer isso dar certo, ok? So let me see if you got it, guys. You got it. Very, very good, guys. Well, guys, that's it. Actually, I wanted to show you more examples from this movie, so you could just watch the scene and try to get more lines with these expressions, but without the image I don't think it's very nice for you, because just the subtitles are not enough, I think. The good idea was to watch and listen and then try to get the message, but without the image, only the subtitle is not what I meant. But you could understand the idea. Maybe we cut these images for the next class and then things will be better. Guys, I love to be here with you. More than 1 hour, I don't know how you can get it. I'm really happy that you can be here with me during this class, learning Portuguese. This is amazing, guys, to have you here as an audience, a very interested audience. This is so cool. Last year, sometimes we have very few students watching the class, so it's very nice to see how this channel is growing. So if you know more people who wants to learn Portuguese, please tell them about us. Give us dislikes if you think we deserve dislikes. If you like our content, please give us dislikes. And don't forget, every Tuesday we are here live to watch something, some specific topic. And also on Instagram on Thursdays at 1 p.m. EST. We are always live with some activity to practice. I'll try to make some activity with these expressions this Thursday, so don't miss out the class, okay? And let me do something. I'll take a picture of us here, guys. So I would love to see you also taking a picture of this class, okay? So let us try. Actually, let me do like this, so I'll be able to see your comments. Oops, I didn't think I pressed the right button. Here it is, guys! Thank you very much for being here with me tonight. Thank you a lot for all the messages, nice messages about my birthday. It really means a lot, guys. Thank you for your card, Ashley. I'm looking forward to receive it, and then I tell you everything about it. And thank you, Yappers, for being here with me. It's amazing, guys. If you have any question about anything during the class, you can PM us, don't hesitate, or you can use the chat in the comment section of this class to ask your question, and we will be glad to answer you. Okay? I think that's it. Thank you very much. Have an amazing week. Next week's Carnival here in Brazil. Adriele, Otávio, and I will be joining our Yappers in Rio. We have an amazing meeting there next Wednesday, not tomorrow, the other Wednesday. We will meet these Yappers. We are super excited about it, to know you guys, to really have this time together, because we've been together for quite a while. So it will be amazing to meet you during Carnival in Rio. So I'm really excited. Don't hesitate, share everything about Brazil with us. We would love to know everything about it. And that's it. If you are coming here, I hope you have the best time, and at the same time you enjoy a lot Brazilian culture and Brazilian people, okay? So be safe, good travels, travel safe, and see you soon! Obrigadão, gente! Obrigada, Peter! Obrigada, Ashley, Jacob, Gary, Marcus, Chris, Suzy, todos vocês, muito, muito obrigada. Adorei estar aqui com vocês, gente. Obrigadão! Tchau!